Day 40 of my bungalow build. And so yesterday I was showing you a few photos of myself to shut up those people that, oh, I'm hiding because I'm so ugly. You still got that, even though you show your pictures and all your places that you've been to, because they said that I need to get out of the Philippines to get more exposed. I'm so naive. All these haters, bashers, they still have something to say, especially if trying to grow their channel and they want controversy. There's even one there that if she's ugly, if you want to see a pretty Filipina, go to my channel. So those kinds of things, I just delete. And this particular photo that I shown yesterday about a man, and many believed that was Old B. Actually, Old B has no weapons of mass destruction. I said that I learned my social skills from this man. But if I got a picture of King Jong-un, I will say that I learned my family relation skills from Kim Jong-un. So if you ask Old B, he will say he has a weapon of mass destruction, but I could verify it. He don't have a weapon of mass destruction. So that was supposed to be a joke. A few didn't get it. But I think I will just have to show what Old B looks like. Our wedding photo. Then you can see that from then on, it's gone downhill, you know, like a new leather bag. First few times that you use it, oh, the leather is so good. Shan people will say it's so nice. But after a few usage, the leather just stretch out. Some stitches fall apart. All you want to do is just put it in the cupboard. So here we are, day 40. I will just give you the calculations of how much the roof cost me by Saturday. That's tomorrow. So today is Friday, May 1st. And I want to see what they have done this morning. So I think they're putting on some braces. Yeah, I suspect so, because they're still up there. And I've seen braces all around now. More than yesterday. So that's what they planned for today, as they told me to put some more braces so they can start putting up the sheets. Definitely tomorrow. But if they will be done today, any sheets that they can put in is what they're trying for. Sir, they are bracing up, and you can see there's a lot been done this morning, the braces wise. Just like I said, it is aimed to put some sheets ASAP. So they concentrate on this side first, but they will go on the other side soon, and then sort all the awnings here on the side. Then the sheets can go. So I've seen that the old man has his grandson digging the holes for their... He wants to make a big kitchen on the back, a big dirty kitchen. And asking me if he can start so it will be finished together with the bungalow. So even though how many times I've said that, let me finish the build first before you do all your things that you want to do. But what I did now is just keep all my extra materials, take it to my castle, so it will be safe. So anyway, he's not having the person that I don't want him to do the first time doing the job. It's his grandson. So all my rebars and cement is not here, only the sand, which I need for the rendering, but the main materials has already been kept to my house. So I have the lawyers take back the old, even the scrap metals and everything, extra tire wires, tarps, bring it back, because since we were not going to be using that, it might disappear. And the old man is insisting on starting his construction after the slab of making a septic tank, dirty kitchen. So this is, I'm gonna make it awkward for him. He can't get any materials that I have here. So you can see old Tony is there preparing for the last end of the roof owning. There, he get all his markers, so he will put the wood around it. And now the problem will be where the old house is. I hope the grandson will be taking out what's gonna touch the roofing on that side, not waiting for my man that I paid to get all the old stuff. Let me check if he's doing it. Oh, he's not. But I seen he's taking out the plywood from there. So actually, Fredo and Tony are related to the old couple. They are the nephews, but because they're in this place, they just interbreed as far as like third degree or something. So that's the lazy grandson over here that they keep on insisting when I started that I will hire as part of the crew. And I said, I'll never hire him. They have done one side here of the N owning. So there they have been doing that up there. And also a lot of the side of the old couple's house has been demolished. Like the roof there, no, the roof can now extend there because the walls has been taken out. And I think I could see it better outside. So that's how they can see that. I'd like to practice not be so fast in my panning. Sorry, knit gips, but I'm trying hard that to get a smooth flow of my filming. I want to be aware of that because I myself don't like the fast panning. When I look at my actual video, some certain events, certain times in it that it's really fast, and I think I know what you mean. So I have to be careful for my fast pacing on it if I could avoid it. So for my new subscribers and viewers, I'd like, because they've been asking what's the purpose of the bungalow and why am I doing it, am I living on it? No, I'd like to tell you that I bought this road lot a while ago, and the purpose of buying this is to release lots on the back, which I own, to build houses. So this is the road lot that's owned by the old couple before, and I bought it some time ago, but it will run through their whole house. So this house here will have to be demolished because the road will pass through this 5 meters wide. And so the purpose that I built the bungalow is for them to move here ASAP, because it's been some times and they have not made any attempt to move at all. Now, I set a budget for the bungalow, and so I decided that with the budget I set, I could build this in a concrete. But when we were agreeing before, it will be just a simple bungalow with cemented bottom and a macan top. Now, from the 2-bedroom, they demand to have 3 bedrooms. And now, and other demands like that grandson over there will be hired, which I decline vehemently, and tiling the floor, which I deny vehemently, and others stop. And the last part that I just give in is the slabbing on the back, in which you will see in a minute. The one that Fredo poured a while ago, that's the one, that's the latest demand that I said, because I vehemently denied as well the demand for a thin sheet, because that will be going over budget. And also the agreement before that they will move in to this house of their daughter. But they haven't done that because they can't stand each other. They will end up fighting. So this is another demand that's not part included in the agreement first. And now I'm on this stage, which I will be finishing the roof soon after denying the demand of a thin sheet. And the latest thing is they have some old wood in their house that I want to use for framing. And when I asked them, they want me to pay for it. Like Make It Pay said, and a street is named after the old couple. It's called One Way. It is one way, and that's one thing that you need to be aware around here in the Philippines, because some of them cannot recognize this kind of abuse or pilfering that is, unfortunately, as a Filipino, I am embarrassed about. Relatives can go to you asking you if they can use a little bit of this that you have. Like, for example, when I was building my castle, some cuts of the rebars, like 6 inches, 5 inches tall, say, can they just have the scraps to sell for their lunch? And so I was naive at that time, so I said, yeah, you can have it. It's not no harm to me. And so one time I sent somebody else, my friend, to go ahead before me to the build site. Then he discovered that my workers have been cutting rebars, new rebars, cut it on little pieces, on using my cut-off machine as fast as they can, and then soak those rebars in water in the sun so it will be rusty, and then they can sell it as scrap. So those are the sort of thing that I'm thinking of as an example for what I'm saying about mild abuse. That one way, it might be present in any other form, but a lot of Filipinos try to do that. I know there are good ones, but there are a lot as well, like in a way that they think that you're helping them, but when it's time for you to, like, I'm asking about if they can salvage some of the wood in their house, because they might want to see some of their old stuff in the new house, and they want me to pay for it. But if they wanna, that's why I'm keeping up all my extra materials here, because if they wanna use it, they'll just ask you, and I'm not asking for any payment. That is what I call the mild abuse. So if it's your turn, then you'll be paying. But if they're the one who wants to use your materials or anything, they will just ask for you to give it for free. And that's some of the attitude of the Filipinos. I say not all, but it's present, and you need to be aware of it, what I said, because some of it is in a very mildest form that you think that it doesn't hurt, like I did when I feel that the scraps is not hurting me. So I allow them to have the scraps, end up all my new ones has been cut off as scraps. And now with this one, I believe that it's another way of siphoning you or a mild abuse again. They're the one who's gonna live in this house, and yet their old scrap wood, they want me to pay for it. And yet, if they wanna ask some of my excess materials, I bet you, if I didn't keep it away, it will be. Can they just use it for free? So this is how it looks like up here. They might have destroyed some of the walls, the grandson here, which what we have destroyed yesterday, they have further destroyed it. But they still have their wooden columns, in which it's still gonna be on the way for the bracing. So it looks like they can't put any sheets today. They will be working on this bracing all afternoon. And also cutting off these columns for the old couple. I agree with make it pay. It's only one way. I just can't understand. So that's why I told old B, stop suggesting that you will change their electric. Let Tatay Tony transfer their electrics. That's it. Because this is, I want it done and then I could get out. It's just hard that we're still under ECQ, that the borders are still closed. But if the borders are not closed, I could have get the windows and doors that I wanted, and off we go. Because I've been trying to get a nice space for my filming, and thanks Nate Gifts for taking notice of that, because I'm trying my best to make it slow so it will be a better shots. So this is what happened so far. It's only this one like this on the side because their columns are still here. And so cold, they don't know what to do, if the grandson will do it, because there's some roof on the top of this one and the columns. If they're taking it off, then the roof will fall. So I've seen that the law is already trying to pull off the mixer. It's now stationed there, ready to be taken back to my place. A subscriber sent me a link concerning what he saw from a popular blogger saying that there will be no flights to the Philippines until 2021. And this is what my take on it. You have to think OFWs are considered economic heroes of our country because of their significant contribution towards the growth of the Philippine economy. By 2018 alone, they only contribute 11% to the economy, while tourism contributed 12.7%. Now, tourism is 1/8 of the economy that provides 5.4 million jobs. It is too big to fail, and if the Philippines close off tourism until 2021, there will not be a lot of tourism left to open at that time for 2021. They would have been allowed to fail if you close this. Already most of the Philippines have moved from enhanced to general community quarantine, and in the 15th of May, so will Cebu. So I can get my windows and doors. Easing restriction has started to get businesses working again and the economy moving again. It is only the 1st of May. Without the flights of the tourism industry can start work again. But it is now possible to have a test in 15 minutes, the result will be there. Those wishing to fly can be tested and know the results prior to getting on the plane. The price added to the ticket and becoming part of the screening security. The simple requirement so everyone know the plane is virus-free and the destination country knows everyone arriving were tested prior to our getting on the plane. If the airlines do that, and I see they have to, so I can see no reason why flights won't resume later this year. You see, I read schools and universities will start again in September. Well, a lot of these universities cater to foreign students, including many of the doctor training universities. That will be a further knock on the economy, so I can see flights not resuming around August or September time. That is not even considering all the lost tourist visa fees for the BID. So this is how they are now. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. So they're mostly putting the bracing, but mostly concentrated on this side. What I want to show you is the day's work of the couple's grandson. And this is the grandson that they want me to hire, insisting when we started. This is the ditch that he digs all day. So if I have to hire him for the whole day, I'm still on 2 or 3 columns now. So Friday now, May 1. So it looks like that we can't do any sheetings at all. So it will be next week that you will be you'll be seeing any sheets done. Because they are still, that's what they do. They put some bracing across. Like, I think I see 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But like, for the end, so it's 5. So the exciting part will be when the sheets are on, but the bracing is needed, so it will all done properly. They're using chisels to slot in the wood, and that's the one that takes time as well to make it level. But hopefully the wood that we had should be enough. So this is what we are at the end of the day. More bracing, but at least it's finished on this side, on the front, and mostly on the top. that you can see here. So this is what is done for today. So you can see it's mostly done here on the top. Then it's just more extensions, bracing extensions to laid out on this side where it's hitting the old house. So that's what we are. Bracing on one side is done, so tomorrow will be on the other side, but it will be consumed, their time will be consumed doing the old house, because what's left is only, although it's only the columns, but you gotta remember the columns are the one holding on to the roof, their old roof that's full of termites. So I was wondering why it got termites when it is cemented. If you look at this, it's cement on the bottom. When they have the problem with the termites, they didn't fix the top. It used to be all wood, and how they fix it is just put some blocks on the bottom, unrendered, and this is how they fix it. They never fix the top that is eaten by the termites. And you can see how they can demand when this is the way they live for so long. So they already been, this on the top has already been eaten by termites for so long, and it was worse here on the bottom before. That's why they only fix the bottom and hang their flooring on top of the blocks. So the oldest part is actually the top part, where the wooden trusses, wooden walls, wooden windows are. But the rest are already modern addition because it was all eaten by termites. So this is what we are. At the end of the week, tomorrow, hopefully all this bracing will be done. And there they are, working all together. They needed 4 people to do this.